Good morning, community. How are you? Where you be? Where you at? Good morning. Jenenne Macklin, transformational speaker, your wealth guide and catalyst. I'm gonna wait for you today to see where you are. What's happening East Coast? What's happening to the West Coast? How are you? Well, I hopped on, I realized, early last night because I usually don't come on Thursdays and I don't come on at nighttime. I leave that for your family time. But I was so excited because of the energy I was feeling on the planet that I came on. Particularly, though, to just tell you really just to hang in there and make sure you're breathing. Just make sure you're breathing. I run through Facebook. I don't stay on there too much, but I can see people are anxious and they're like, I'm anxious, I'm anxious. I'm sitting here watching this election. They're counting all the ballots. I'm like, okay, just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Shifts and changes don't happen overnight. And you had to know that whatever change this is going to be, it wasn't going to go without a fight. Somebody was going to fight to the very end. But what I want you to do is take care of you. All of this in here. And I was saying to you last night, one of the ways to do that is by breathing. It's so easy for us to go through life holding our breath. I can hold my breath and just keep talking and keep talking and keep talking, but I still am not taking a breath. So then all of the power of that breath, because remember now, the power of your breath, that's one powerful source. Remember that. Man's not making you breathe. There's one power. I don't care if you say you're scared, you're anxious, you're nervous, you're worried. Well, breathing will allow you to take it in and take it out because breath comes from one source. And that source is still on this journey with you. That source is still the orchestrator of your very life. That's the source that you want to fill up all of this so it calms down any of the anxiety and the frustrations. Now, I think it's an incredible time on the planet. I'm sorry. I think it is incredible. I am so glad that people are not only woke, like we've been talking about for 3 or 4 years, but they are awakening to the possibility of what you could actually hear me or not. Okay, there it is. I guess I'm back in place. I just moved the camera over because I didn't want the picture all in it. Gee. Anyway, I just think it's an incredible time on the planet. And so I just wanted to stop by today. Hi, China Wilson. How are you? Wanted to see how are you doing? Let me know. Really, let me know below. I read it. How are you? I know people are praying for peace. Sounds good to me. But I also said that there's more to be done. It's not going to just happen. There's more to be done. There's still elections that are going to be held. There's not recalls. There's runoffs that are going to be held. People will probably have to go and vote again or be a part of that process. But to be able to bask in this transformation that's happening on the planet and know you're part of it. You, every single person that cast the vote, I'm not getting into whether it was blue or red, you're part of that transformation that's happening on the planet. So you got to stay strong. You had to know that if you're going to make some shifts and changes in this America, it was going to take some time. You had to know there's going to be some pushback. You had to know that. So don't get nervous now. Don't be in fear now. Don't be anxious now. Just stand in your truth. Even if for some reason we were supposed to go down and we didn't end up with any of the results we wanted, still stand in your truth. Stand strong in what you say you want this America to look like, what you want it to feel like for you, what you want to be, what you want it to be for the future generation. I mean, it's amazing to me to watch us. I feel like we are fighting, standing, making choices, making conscious decisions about what we want to see happening on this planet. And to each of you, however you've participated in that, I say congratulations, my hat's off to you. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So stay focused, keep breathing. Keep breathing. And I want you to remember this too. And I say this, I'm going to say this over and over. You have more power than you think. When you look at the TV, you see certain things. Maybe when you look outside at the neighborhood or whatever, you see certain things. But this is the power you have. And that's why I keep saying to you, keep breathing. Not only is the breath that's moving through you coming from one powerful source that is infinite, it's an infinite energy that's moving through you, that's breathing your breath. But then there's the energy of your being that impacts this planet. So when we're in fear, when we're in worry, when we're in anxiety, when we're in anxious, when we're like, you're sending that energy out into the universe. And I don't care if you believe it or not, doesn't change the fact that it's true. So can I get you to move to your happy place? Do a happy dance while we're still in the midst of the storm. Because that energy will permeate the planet too. Here's the thing. I'm trying to get the equation. What we think becomes what we believe becomes how we behave, and how we behave becomes what we experience. Got that? Hi, Marva. You got that? So what you think. So if you're thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen? What you think becomes what you believe. So now you're convincing yourself of something, and then what you believe becomes how you behave. And then how you behave ultimately is what shows up as your results. So you can be in an energy that's of acceptance. I know shifts are happening. I know things are changing. I know no matter what. And that's my coach, Lisa Nichols Brad. I want to give her credit. No matter what, I'm going to be okay. No matter what, everybody on this planet is still going to be okay. No matter what, I know I'm connected to something bigger than these circumstances that are unfolding. And I know that that energy is going to impact and permeate the planet. So please be mindful of what you're holding as your energy in here. See, because it's invisible, we don't give it that much credit. However, when you meet that cute man in the club and you send him energy across the way, you understand energy then, or that cute girl, whichever way it goes. So it's that same kind of energy that I want you sending out and permeating into this planet. Everything unfolds with grace and ease. Transformation and change, I keep reminding you of the butterfly and the caterpillar. It can be uncomfortable. It can be nerve-wracking, especially if you sit in front of the TV and watch it. I talked to a friend this morning. She said, I watched them count the ballots. I'm like, why? They're going to be counting for a while now. I suspect all today and all tomorrow. There were so many ballots that were sent in ahead of time. How could they have counted everything? I don't know if America was even prepared for the amount of people who ended up voting and had people in charge and in place to handle it. Obviously, they didn't. And I've signed up to volunteer. My son signed up to volunteer. And they told us they had an overwhelming amount of people that offered their services. So now those people are the people who are counting again and again. So you've got to know when you've gone through relationship challenges, when you've gone through difficulties at work, when you've maybe gone through a divorce, you know that in there's a push and there's a pull, and it doesn't necessarily feel good all the time, but you stay in it till you get the results that you want. Now, the major election is being tallied, but there's still smaller elections that need your attention, particularly for those people in Georgia. All I can do with Georgia is send you money. Or if there are phones I can get on to call and help because they have a runoff down there, then I'd be willing to do that and hold a space within my being of fulfillment, and that the end results are going to be so overwhelming and amazing that we all will be in joy. But there's only so much I can do. But I can always hold a vibration. I can always hold an energy within, that there's a power bigger than all of us that's still part of this and in the mix of it. That we do have power. We're not powerless. That you can show up, you can vote. If there's places where you can still help people get out and vote when we have to do the runoffs, that you can be a part of this process. But I want you to recognize you're in it because your energy is in it. You're an energetic being. I know you see this physical body and we focus on it, but you're an energetic being. You're sending energy into the universe. So the more we send that out there, it's like someone said, focus on what you do want rather than what you don't want. You know, people, oh my God, I don't know if they're going to do this. No. Focus on what you do want. You do want peace on this planet. Now understand, peace isn't like some, everything's great and wonderful and perfect. That's not peace. Go back to Gandhi. Go back to the King. Go back to the Panthers. Go back to the Holocaust. Go back to all of those huge, enormous transformational events that happen on this planet. It comes with some push and pull and bumping up and rubbing. And we're a gentle people, so, we're like, I know all that. Can we just get to the results? Well, no. We got to walk to the results, and we have to be able to manage our feelings in the midst of it. Baby girl, baby boy, you and I, we will be okay. We have what we need within. We have to be able to tap into it and cultivate it. And see, for me, that's why this whole thing, the way this turned out, happened. Just think if you were all at work. Just think if every single one of us were at work, the kids were at school, and here we are trying to navigate this big event and shift on the planet from those spaces. You think it's an accident that we're home? That we can get out, we can go vote, we can walk? They have protested for 9 months. It's no accident the way things are unfolding right now. So I just wanted to get on today to tell you, keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep sending that energy toward whatever it is that you want to see showing up in this world. There were propositions all across the United States. I don't know if they were all the same or if they varied. When I'm looking at mine, I'm wondering, do they impact your state? But all of that is where we get to show up for ourselves, for our dreams, for our goals, for ourselves, for our families, for our community, for this world, for this business, for the economy. So you play an incredible part. And whatever you have to do today, I mean, don't get flat out drunk because I need you to be conscious and paying attention, that can lift your spirits, that can help you trust and know that it's still going to be okay. I want you to do that. Do that so that your heart then connects with all the other hearts that are vibrating at that same pulse and energy, and sending out there energy of understanding, of compassion, of collaboration, of working together. Send that energy out there, not the energy of, oh my God, what's going to happen? What if Trump gets back in again? What are we going to do? If you don't want that, then don't focus on that. You know, what you focus on is what you attract to and bring into your life. So I just wanted to get back on here today. I probably said all last night, now that I think about it, to just encourage you. Do not give up. We all are still in this. There's a Senate race in Georgia. I can't be there, but I did make a donation. I was hoping that Jamie got in, but you know, Mitch McConnell is back in. So we have made some changes that will support potentially, if Blue gets into the office, there'll be some support. Certainly more than I guess Barack had, but we didn't necessarily get every single thing. But it doesn't matter. You matter. Your energy matters. Your thoughts matter. Okay, you got the formula? What you think becomes what you believe. What you believe determines how you behave. And how you behave then determines what? The results you're going to see in your life. It's just that simple. That's the simplest formula. So think. Be mindful of what you're thinking. Be mindful of what you think and how it impacts you. Think when you're talking to others. Be more mindful of what you're saying to each other. Oh, girl, I know such and such. Yeah, man, such a. Nah, be clear. Even if you don't believe me, just do it anyway. Your energy and your vibration is impacting this planet. And you can send it out there. And the more we send it out there collectively, the more we get to see the results that we say we want to see. And that's for anybody. Like I said, I don't know who's on here that's blue, who's on here that's red. I'm just saying to anyone that's here, your energy matters. So the anxiety, get comfortable with uncertainty. See, that's the thing that this has brought us. We were so used to living life on automatic pilot. We were going, we were coming, we were reaching our goals, we're making things happen, we're spending money, you're in debt, we're traveling, you're doing this, this, and this, and this, all unconscious. But now we're called to be conscious about what we're doing. There's not a whole lot of distractions. There's only people talking about either the sales, they're talking about the election, they're talking about the virus, they're talking about the vaccines, they're talking about the kids, they're talking about the protests, and they're talking about race relations. You know, the scope of our focus is pretty narrow. Whereas when we were on automatic pilot working, we were like, okay, yeah, I got to get to work. Oh, yeah, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do. Now, we have zeroed in on the quality of our lives. We've zeroed in on the quality of our hearts and the quality of what we want this country to be and feel like for us living in it. That's a whole new ball game for us. It's a whole new ball game for America. I don't think America saw it coming, but someone saw it coming, because in order for us to get here, I hate to say it, him who's not 45, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. So I'm always grateful for him. I'm like, wow, look what you did. You just pulled the top off, and the underbelly of America is exposed for all to see. Can't say you didn't know. Can't say you weren't aware of it. You can't say, oh, I didn't think that group of people with the Ks and the Ks, 3Ks, still around. Oh, I didn't think the Aryan Nation was still. Well, I didn't think, yeah, it's all here. And now it's very present for us to see, not in fear, just to recognize, oh, okay. I mean, did you think this was just a place where everybody loved each other? No, you didn't. So you already knew that. You were always aware of it. Now you need to be, we get to be, not even need to be. Now it's been our face so much, we have to be conscious about it going forward. And I want you to be conscious about the energy you hold over these next couple of days. It's a Friday. I'm going to have a good time this weekend. I'm still celebrating my birthday. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to have a good time. I'll keep my ear out, but more importantly, I figure I'm going to feel whatever is going to be happening when they finally decide. I don't think it'll be done this weekend, though. That's a lot to count. They got millions of ballots, I think, to count. My hat's off to the people who are doing the counting. Or really, I guess they're opening the envelopes, taking them out of the envelopes, putting them in the machine, and the machine is counting. But, you know, they've got to do that all day long. All day long, we're doing this. So in the meantime, what we get to do is support those races that may be runoff, that will continue to happen, as well as hold a vibration, a high vibration, love, joy, peace, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, working together, vision. Hold that energy. Hold that. What is the vision you have for America? Take that into your meditation. When you're talking to people, talk about the vision of where you want to see it going. Don't talk worry. Don't talk fear. Don't talk confusion. Talk the truth of what you want to see showing up in this world. And if we're all talking that same truth, why wouldn't the universe bring that to us when our energy stays high and in alignment to receive it? Why not? Why not? So I think I was saying last night toward the end, the law of attraction, what's happening is true. And that's the fundamental part that we each get to play in this process. So as soon as you start to feel anything rising up in you and you're getting a little anxious or nervous, go do something. Go dance, go walk around the block, go ride a bike, go take a bath, put on your favorite music and listen to it, but allow that energy to disseminate, to disperse it out of you, to dance it out of you so that you stay at that high vibration. Now, normally I would be out walking, but of course I went out for my birthday on election night. And I realized I put on high heels, I want to say for the first time this year. Unless I spoke at the church in January and February, I haven't had on high heels. I've been in tennis shoes for months. I put those heels on. I don't know what happened to my little one foot, but it is not happy today, nor was it happy yesterday, because otherwise I'd be out walking in nature, in the universe, saying, okay, let's get this energy going. Let's lift it up. Lift it up. And you are the ones who get to do that for yourself. You're in fear. What are you in fear for? And what are you in fear for now, this moment? We don't have any analysis. We're in uncertainty. So the question is, how comfortable can you be in uncertainty? What do you do to calm this spirit down when it seems like things are uncertain? Or when it seems like you're so close to what it is that you want and you're so afraid that you might not get it? What do? Pray, meditate, cry, write, journal, garden, make love? What do you do when you're living in uncertainty? And the thing is, we've always been in an uncertain world. It's just because before COVID, we were living such on automatic pilot, thinking we knew what we were doing, that we began to believe things were certain. I'm certain I have a job, certain I'm going to get paid, certain the store is going to be there, certain my husband, wife, girlfriend is going to last, certain of this, certain of that. But that was all a facade. Life is uncertain. Every day we get up, we don't know if the sun's going to shine. We don't know if it's going to rain. We don't know if there might be a car accident. We don't know. We had just convinced ourselves that we were in this place that felt safe. Well, what this year, 2020, ushered in with Kobe hitting us in January was that you're living in uncertainty. So how do you find peace in uncertainty? How do you find peace in the midst of the storm? And we've all been told that when the hurricanes or the tornadoes, that if you go to the center of the storm and stand there, that's where you'll find the peace. It's not out here where the storm is twisting and turning, looks all beautiful. It's you go into it. So go into this with peace. Not worry, not doubt, not fear. I have not worried yet. I have not worried yet. I don't care what the NAACP about who's going to do this to black men and black children. No, you're not. I'm not going to stand by and just say, okay, well, they're going to do this to us. Or that. No. I'm going in the midst of the storm. And any kind of fighting I have to do, I'm still going to do it from the midst of the storm. But I'm not giving up my peace, my joy, my fulfillment because of what? We've been living in this kind of circumstances all our lives. We already have the battle scars. We already have the armor from having just to live in America as a person of color. So you have what it takes to stand on this journey for these next 2 or 3 days or however long it takes, because everybody is saying, count every single vote. And it's like I said last night, it won't make a difference because 45 is still going to say he lost it. It was stolen from him. It won't make no difference. It'll say you stole it. And we know that. That's the only thing about him. When I think of the candidates, I know what he's going to do. I know how he is. So I can expect whatever from him. Now, the new people possibly coming in, I'm not sure. You know, everybody's hoping it's going to be whatever, or it will be at least better and it won't be as divisive. So we already know when it's time for him to acquiesce and leave, I'm sure it won't be graceful. Oh, well. So don't be in fear. Don't let anybody put you in fear. Don't let yourself put you in fear. Don't think the oh my gods. We've been living in this transformational period now for, it's going to be what, 10 months, given that weren't in it in January and February. We obviously are going to be in it until 2021. There's no vaccine. So we're going to be in it. So how do you find a way for you to kind of get in this and be comfortable and still be present and still hold your peace and still send vibrations out into the universe for understanding, for compassion, for people working together, for solutions, for answers? How do you do that? That's your job. That's your job this Friday. That's a fact. That's your job. Because you matter. Your energy matters. What you think matters. What you say matters. What you do matters. It all matters. Every word that we send out there is a vibration and it's impacting. You're not helpless. You're a significant piece to the puzzle. And you know what? When we're putting the puzzle together and we can't find pieces, what do? We go looking all around like, where's that piece? Where's that piece? That's you. We're going to find you because you're a piece to the puzzle. You matter. So as my coach used to say, put your big girl panties on. Sorry, men. You know, y'all put your things on too. Pull them up and let's do this with peace and joy. I don't need your heart upset, and if you have heart problems and your heart's bothering you and your anxiety, and you're eating everything you can eat or drinking more than you need to be drinking or smoking more than you need to be smoking because you want to just lay out and not have to deal with, oh no, baby, we're riding this ride. We're riding this ride all the way to the results that we want. You're going to hold the vision, hold the vision. As you move through the world, move through life. When you go into work, don't go in there gossiping about that same stuff. Go into work being positive. Go into work saying it's going to work. Go into work saying, I'm not sure, but I'm trusting. Don't go into work feeding the fear. Oh, I'm so nervous. I don't know. I'm just so anxious. Why are you anxious? If it goes back to the way it's been and it's red, we've been with red for 4 years. We know what to do. And if it goes to blue, then we're going to deal with that too. You have all you need within you to be okay in this process. I want you to know that. And your vibration and energy you're sending out there matters. We don't need to be mad at nobody. We don't need to be frustrated with nobody. I just sit and look at them. I was like, wow, this is interesting. Let's see what's going to happen now. It's gotten exciting to me. If there was something that I would get value from, I would sit in front of the TV and say, okay, like it was a fight, and I was going to be watching them or something. But it ain't that. It's counting ballots. And everybody wants them counted. So I'm sure it won't be done today. So live your life. Live. Like I told you last time, live. It's Friday. Try and stay away from them cells now. Don't get caught up in those cells. You don't know how you're going to need your money in 2021. And I'm sure if you had savings account for these months, then your savings may be down a little low and you probably went to your emergency fund. So be mindful. America's still doing what it does, which is spend, spend, spend. You're not feeling good, buy something. You're scared and nervous, buy something. It'll make you feel better, sure, temporarily for a moment, and then you got the debt. America loves for us to be in debt. Don't fall for that. Get a coloring book and color. I pull my bike out. Get your bike out and ride. Send some personal notes to people to let them know that you love them, you care about them for Thanksgiving. Or get some cards and send them. But buying big TVs and, alloy wheels and all that kind of stuff, really right now, and what's going on? You want to do all that? You don't have enough TVs in your home? I got one. I make everybody come in the room together and we look at TV together. It's a family. I don't want you all in your individual bedrooms. That's what America wants. Everybody's in the individual bedrooms, separated from each other. Kids looking at this, parents looking at that, other kids are playing games. No. Let's come in here together as a family. Let's look at this. Let's talk about what's going on. Let me tell you what you see. Let me tell you how to interpret what they're saying to you. Those are all choices that you and I get to make on a regular day-to-day basis that have an impact that ripple out into this world. And it's the same thing with your heart and your feelings. Hold on to whatever your dream is that you have for this world, for this family, for our communities. We are setting the example. And when you're fighting for what you want, it doesn't come easy. It does require patience. It does require stick-to-itiveness. It does require that you put one foot in front of the other, even when you're tired, even when you're saying, I wish this was over with. Well, we've been dealing with this now for some time. Even I see the tear, honey. Somebody sent up a tear. I know you're tired. I know you want it to be over with. I know. But we called it forth. We said we wanted something different. I know you probably say, I didn't ask for anything different. I was minding my own business. But somewhere in here, we said, this is just not working. And we put in somebody, 45, who said, okay, I'm going to show you the truth of you. And now we see the truth of who we are. And, I have no problem with racists. I don't have any problem with the white supremacists, as long as you don't touch me. Go do what you got to do. America says you can show up for who you show up as. Don't bother me, though. Don't touch me. You got your space. Be in your space over there. I don't have to argue with those who disagree and see things different from me. If anything, I'm like, tell me what you see. Tell me what's not okay for you. But I'm not going to let them take me back to 1912 where they burned up the whole town of black people in Oklahoma, Tulsa. I'm not going to ignore the 1619 project where you guys want to act like our history don't exist. No, I'm not going to do that. I can have that conversation with you. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to pull a gun out on you or anything like that. But I can speak and talk to you about it in a manner where I can hear you and you can hear me. So maybe we can understand where we disagree, or we understand that we choose to disagree. But I'm not going to go anywhere and hide and coddle and say, oh, my God, I'm not. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. I'm not in fear. I won't be afraid. I ain't scared of you, America. I ain't scared of you. I got something bigger than you on my side. I got something bigger than you breathing my breath. So long as my breath is happening, I figure I'm good. I'm being taken care of. Now, when I don't have no breath, trust that I loved you, because that means I'm gone. But until then, I ain't got time to be giving anger, frustration, anxiety, and fear any of my energy. And I want that for you too. So unless something amazing and different or whatever happens on Saturday or Sunday, we know what we're watching. We're watching Georgia. I'm not sure if there are a couple of other races. I saw people putting something on Facebook about Stacey Abrams. So I have to see what's happening with her. But otherwise, I don't know, I got to get my foot taken care of because I can't walk on my foot after wearing those high heels. It's like my instep and my heel hurts. So I'm going to see if I can get a massage up there and see if they can do something to work it out. Maybe I need to wear heels a little bit more, not put my tennis shoes right back on and hitting the trail. In the meantime, though, Erica, Tammy, Marva, Jonna, all of you, have an incredible weekend. Constance, have an incredible weekend. Keep your energy up. I've said to you, do not stand in front of that TV watching them count. Oh, we got one over here. 5 hours there. We got one over here. You have better things to do with your time. You have a dream. You have a vision. You have goals. You have family. Go focus on that. Trust me, it'll be here when you come back. It'll be here when you come back. And if you're not breathing, listen to my message from last night. Start breathing. The power that is breathing your breath is infinite. Recognize that. You do not make yourself breathe. You do not have the oxygen tank that is infinitely having air breathe through you in and out. Connect to that power. I don't care what you call it. It is the power that did breathe the breath of life into you from the very beginning, and it's still breathing the breath of life into you now. Honor that. Honor that. Keep breathing. We started there when I met you in March of 2020. I'd say breathe, inhale and exhale. This was a heart and a health crisis, and it still is. This whole election is about our health and our heart. So take some breaths in. If you're at work, take some breaths in. And the other thing too, stop talking about this. When I'm not doing this, I'm not talking about this. I'm looking at what I'm going to do for my business. I'm looking at what I'm going to do for that child of mine that's 16 in there that needs to be getting ready for college. I'm looking at how I need to do whatever for my plants. Is it time for me to fertilize my grass because I love the smell of manure? I'm not always talking about this. That will wear you down. Each morning, each afternoon and evening, get yourself centered in that place of stillness for you. Anchor yourself in that, whatever you define as yourself for yourself. Connect again at lunchtime, connect again before you go to sleep, simply by being in gratitude. Go to sleep with your gratitude, your beatitudes, your gratitude. I'm grateful for a wonderful day. I'm grateful that I have a great bed to sleep in and I'm comfortable. I'm grateful that the children keep making noise even though they get on my nerves. I'm grateful my husband, boyfriend, girlfriend laughs and jokes with me. I'm grateful my cousins call me. I'm grateful that I have food on the table. I'm grateful that I'm safe in my home. Those are the things you allow yourself to go to sleep on, so you sleep better, only to get up the next day to a brand new day. So breathe. Keep breathing. That's the gift you get every day. Keep breathing. And we're going to ride this puppy till the wheels fall off. And then when it's done, it's like, okay, well, it's done. We did what we were supposed to do, and we got what we could. We may not get everything, but we'll get enough to shake it up. And here's the thing. Once we shake it up, don't think then there won't be some ripples down the road. See, we're good for thinking, we did it, it's over. No, it's just beginning. It's doing like this still. It's doing like this, the energy on the planet. It's just doing like that. It's kicked into overdrive. I know we went from the virus to the vaccines, to out of school, to no toilet paper, to the election fights, to the lies, to more lies, to we'll see what comes next. And that's life. So keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Trust yourself. Trust the power that's breathing your breath if you don't trust yourself. Don't spend time with the blow-by-blow. Oh, he said this. Oh, they did this. That's not going to get you anywhere. That's just eating up your energy. If your energy was $1 million, is that the way you'd want to spend it? Just burn it in the fire, focus on another thing else, other people and other things? Or would you want to take that money and figure out how you could make some more? Would you want to take that money and see how you could touch other people's lives? Would you want to take that money and see if you could pay off all your bills? But you know what I mean, right? So fear comes knocking, what they used to say, faith opens the door. However you have to do it for you. Allow that to be. Because see, we're still living our lives in the midst of this. And some of us will make transitions just because it's our time. The hearts will stop. People have been fighting with cancer and battling cancer for years. Well, they may make their transition. So we're still living life. So you have to be present to that. We don't get in these moments back where we're arguing and fussing with people, or you're on Facebook yelling and screaming and fussing with people. We don't get those back. So this is still our lives that we're living, and we get to choose what they look like. So that's why I get up and go to the beach sometimes. I'll get up and drive up the coast sometimes. It's still our lives. And I don't want the whole 2020 to just simply be COVID and 45. I still want some moments in there where I celebrate my birthday. We went to go down to the beach and do some things. I still want that. Saw a good movie. I still want those aspects of my life to be rich. And I want that for you as well. Some hugs, some kisses, some good loving, some good food, even if it is 2 people. even if it is 4 people at a distance. We can still laugh and talk. We can all sit out on the grass in this big enough circle and enjoy each other. So remember, you're still living your life in spite of how the world may be unfolding and shifting and changing. Remember what it was when you was losing that weight and how hard it was on some days, right? Well, that's the way it is for the world right now. The world's having those hard days where you're like, God, I'm so tired. I don't feel like going to this gym. You're 5 minutes away from with your goal weight. You've been exercising for several months now. Same way the world is right now. It's been pushing and pulling and pushing and pulling, and it's getting to a place where it has to make a huge shift. And we're part of the ones who make that shift happen through our energy. Hold your vision. See your vision unfolding. Don't talk about what you don't want. Don't sit there talking about this is happening, this happening. Talk about what you do want. Talk about what you do want to see. Send that into the universe. And then let's see how it manifests for us. Okay, ladies, I got a ladies group on this morning. Let me know where you are. Erica, what state are you in? Tammy, what state are you in? Jana, I've seen you before. I know where you are, I believe. And Constance, let me know where you are. Those of you who come on afterwards, you know where to find me. Jenenne Macklin, transformational speaker, wealth guide and catalyst. I'm at www.JenenneMacklin.com. Take good care. Hi, Diana. I see you just hopped on there as well. Take good care of yourself over this weekend. I just don't see us getting past counting the votes. We'll see each day. It'll be more and more. Maybe by Sunday we'll know. I'm just going to shoot for Sunday, so I'm not looking at every day they're going to have it because the numbers are astronomical. They were not prepared for the amount of people who actually showed up to vote. It wasn't like they thought 6 months in advance. Well, millions of people are going to come, so let's put these things in place. They had to move a plan quick. Every polling station was in a gym somewhere, whereas before they used to be in churches and in your community. So they had to move quick to accommodate what was happening. They had to move quick in response to all the people that showed up. So breathe, enjoy. It's going to take a minute to find out who actually won that race and a couple of other races. In the meantime, enjoy your life. Take good care. Bye for now. I will see you on Monday, unless something changes. And something will change, but if it's significant enough for me to hop back on. Otherwise, I like for you to have your weekends and enjoy yourself. Take good care. Bye for now. Let me know where you are, what state you're in. Okay, now listen. Don't make me come find you, okay? How are you? How are you? We're fine. My son and I are fine. I think he's kind of tired of being in the room doing schoolwork, so I may start having him go over to a friend's house just for a change of scenery. Because I realized even though they would be going to the same school, it would be different every day. Peers would be different. Some would come, some wouldn't come. The interactions would be different. But this thing of being in the room, looking at the computer for hours and hours and hours and hours, that's just not cutting it. So be aware of that for your students, for your kids that are at home. They do need some shifts and changes because that's what they would get if they were in school anyway. But other than that, I have to get caught up on Lovecraft. I need to see the Black Box. I hear Felicia Richard is a beast in there. And then I have to find me something funny. And then last night I got hooked on something called Dark Desires. I'm like, oh my goodness. And nothing is the way it seems. So I like those kind of mystery twists. So if you have some recommendations for me, put them below. I'll get them in sometime over this weekend. And anybody can tell me what to do with my foot besides massage it. And I'm going to take it to the massage parlor to see if they can. I cannot believe wearing high heels. I used to wear heels all the time. Speaking, hopping on planes, being on stages. Who knew? I have not worn high heels most of the year. Anyway, take good care. Have a good one. Bye for now.